What's up, everybody? Joe White here, and it's time for him to go. I'm sorry, he's burnt out. It's showing signs of burnt out. It is time for Triple H to go. He had a great 2 year run. It's time for him to step aside and let somebody take it, even if it's only for 6 months to a year. I've said it for many videos on this channel. There's a reason why Memphis Wrestling did so well, because you would have Jerry Lawler take the book for 6 months, and then you would have Jerry Jarrett take the book for 6 months. So you would have ideas that never really got old. Um, it's after watching SmackDown last night, which was very, very meh. I mean, we kicked things off with an 11-minute segment with Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Sami Zayn. 2.5 minutes of that was fucking entrances. You refuse to pull the plug on a Cody heel turn and make him into full-on Homelander. I don't know why, but you do. I don't know if it's Cody not wanting to go heel. I don't know if it's Triple H not wanting to go heel, or a combination of both. But goddamn it, somewhere along the line, you got to look at him and go, "I'm the fucking boss. If you wanted to go run your own shit, you should have stayed in AEW, where they let the inmates run the asylum." It's been time for Cody to turn heel. No, instead you got Sami Zayn acting the tweener part, and Cody constantly fucking him over but getting cheered for it. It just, the whole thing makes no sense. And then you got Julia and Kiana James, which were doing good. That gets broken up last night, when Julia now is a babyface, apparently. What the fuck are we doing? The only entertaining thing still on the show that has any continuity that they won't blow off is Danhausen's bullshit with The Miz. Don't get me started on the MFTs with Royce Keys now. Oh, the whole shit at Clash in Italy, with them staring down Roman and Jacob at the end of the night, that's all been forgotten about. That'll never have a blow off. They did that because they had no better way to end the fucking night. Because he's out of ideas. He's out of steam. He's out of it, guys. And TKO they say they don't pay attention to the internet. Well, you know what? We need to start telling them with our wallets. Stop buying tickets. Stop watching the fucking shows. Right now it's going to, but you know what? You're not going to stop watching, and you're not going to stop paying for it. I wouldn't say even stop watching. Just stop going to the fucking shows. Maybe when they show up one night and they only have 3,000 people and Dynamite outdraws them, then they'll think about it. When they're getting 2015, 2016 numbers where SmackDown couldn't draw 5,000 if you papered the fucking place, maybe then they'll learn. Oh, the market dictates the prices. No, you dictate the prices, motherfucker. We don't pay attention to social media. Will you pay attention to fucking crickets? Oh, if they get a good reaction, that's good. If they get a bad reaction, that's bad. That's good. No, it's not. You need to learn the different kinds of heat. There is such a thing as go away heat, as in we don't want to see this. Not boo, he's a bad guy. Boo, we just don't want to fucking see him. Cody Rhodes is getting that way. And it's like, oh, if we get no reaction, then that's bad. Well, you know what? Let's give them no reaction. Stop showing up. Stop showing up. That's the only thing I can say. Stop buying front row tickets. Green shirt guy, smiley guy, stop buying your tickets that your source lets you buy before anybody else. So that he needs to be replaced. Triple H has lost it. And no, giving it to Jeremy Borash and The Undertaker is not the answer. No, giving it to Paul Heyman is not the answer. That's the whole ever-loving problem with this whole thing, is that I don't know who to replace him with that would do any better right now. I don't know. You're not going to bring in Vince Russo, bro. Eric Bischoff doesn't want the fucking job. Who else do you get? That's just it. Maybe you let Paul Heyman have the book, but Paul Heyman probably is smart enough to know that that's just an uphill battle, man. Or maybe they need to do a 6-month split. You know, Triple H gets the book for 6 months. Paul Heyman gets the book for 6 months. Then all of a sudden, maybe Jeremy Borash and Undertaker could have the book for 6 months. Then maybe Shawn Michaels could have the book for 6 months. And maybe you rotate these guys around the different territories you have, where one goes to AAA, the other goes to NXT, the other's on the main roster. I don't know if that necessarily will work, or if it would end up more of a jumbled mess. But something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. The attendance is going to start dwindling. The social media feedback that they don't listen to is going to become to the point where they're going to have to listen to it. And they're going to have to respond to it. You know, Dave Meltzer says, "Oh, well, people chant fuck TKO, but that's at AEW shows." Maybe we need to start chanting it at WWE shows. Because Triple H is only half the problem. TKO and who he has to, who he has to keep happy. It's corporate wrestling now, guys. It's not just a family-owned gimmick anymore. This is corporate wrestling. This is what happens. You know, it's WCW all over again. When all they had to answer to was Ted Turner, and Ted Turner sitting there going, "Great, guys, keep it up." It was one thing. But now when they sell to AOL Time Warner, and now all of a sudden you got standards and practices, and you got the marketing department, and you got the budgeting, and all this and that department, that department. It's WCW all over again. But I'm hoping TKO has enough sense to go, we're not going to let us get to that point that WCW got to, because we're going to replace them. You know, and they did replace Bischoff with Russo. And Russo, by the end of the 3 months that he was there, from October, November, and December, 98, 99, or 99, 2000, I should say. What was it? He left in October of 1999. Yeah. So 99, 2000, the ratings did creep up. But then you had, and I'm sorry, I fully believe that Russo would have fucked it up eventually. But to his credit, he was right when he said, okay, we had this we had to do, and then that we had to do, and then this person started interfering, and they would not just let me cook. Maybe TKO is the same way with Triple H, but I don't think so, because I think it's burnout with Triple H, man. I think it's absolute burnout. I don't know who would replace him. I really don't. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Should he be replaced? If so, who would you replace him with? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you down the road.
It has been said that Seinfeld is entertainment. Truer words have been spoken. Anything can happen here in the world of wrestling, but now more than ever, even though we call ourselves sports operas, this is a conscious effort to open the creative envelope, so to speak, in order to entertain you in a more temporary manner. The WWF extends far beyond the strict confines of soap. Surely the era of the soap is definitely passé. Yay. Therefore, we've embarked upon a far more innovative and contemporary soup campaign that is far more invigorating and extemporaneous than ever before. Other WWF programs on USA, such as Jerry Springer and King of the Hill, where there's a 40% increase in the younger audience, obviously, however, need no such discretion. Surely the era of the superhero who urge you to say your vitamins and take your prayers is definitely great. We are responsible television producers who work hard to bring you this outrageous, wacky, wonderful world known as the WWF. Through some 50 years, the World Wrestling Federation has been an entertainment mainstay here in North America and all over the world. One of the reasons for that longevity, we've consulted your intelligence. We in the WWF think that you, the audience, are quite frankly simplistic, I'm happy to say that this new, vibrant, creative direction has resulted in a huge shift, for which we thank USA Network and TSN for allowing us to have the freedom to fart, but most especially, we would like to thank you for watching. Raw and the Warzone are definitely the cure for the common show. Oh, yeah.